G'day, human Latiosites. This is Latiosazuro, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Shuffle. So, let's begin. Last time, we went after Rhyperior, I believe. So, this time, I believe we have some new stuff. So, let's go check in. Now, from what I've heard, this is going to be a very interesting new area we're going to be heading to. So, that'll be interesting, I suppose. So, let's get to the internet. Yes, I would very much like some extra data. So, extra data is being added as we speak, which is definitely nice. Okay, so once we get this extra data, I'm going to actually DC so I can pick up the 500 coins afterward, as well as I guess whatever the results we get from the Magnetric, well, the Mega Magnetric competition from last week. I did that off screen. Figured I've done it on screen before. Really, the last few weeks I've been a little bit busy, so I haven't had that much time. That's why I haven't gone after the all those mission card missions yet. So I'm sorry about that. Alright. So with that, here we are in Blausalon? Blausalon? I'm not positive. I apologize. As far as special stages this week, well, Wobbuffet is back, where it legitimately is free to do. You can use all the items you want, doesn't cost any hearts, doesn't cost any coins, you can legitimately get infinite experience from there, so that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't think you get all that much experience from it, but it's infinite, though, because you can do it as many times as you want, so everyone, unlimited shuffle is a thing, for now. I guess for 2 weeks. The Pachirisu daily challenges are back. The Mesprit Safari is back. Cresselia escalation battles have come back, so level 5 you get a move plus 5, 10 disruption delay, 30 mega start, 35 is a coin stage, 12, 55, 75, 95, 50 is a skill swapper, and 100 is a mega speed up, as well as I guess it'll go up to probably 300. And you still have the angry skip stages, that's a thing. Zygarde 10% is back, so those of you who want that Mega Boost plus Dragon, there you go. Palkia is still here, Rhyperior is still here, and Landorus Incarnate is here once a day for a little while. Alright. So really nothing new special stage-wise. You know, if you already caught everything, I guess the big thing this week would be Cresselia. And I think it's for 2 weeks, so that'll be cool, I guess, to get some stuff, won't it? Alright, let's move on. That's kind of odd. Oh, well, alright. Let's move on to our first main stage of this area, Tynamo. I only have 8 moves, so I think I'm actually gonna try out. I would use Gengar, but since it's fully candied, this should actually work out better in theory. So I am gonna bring Mega Gyarados. Or more specifically, the shiny one. And I'm gonna have to actually work on actually using the search tool, because otherwise it takes way too long to get all the way to the end here. So, shiny Mega Gyarados. It should only take, I think, 9 icons, whereas Gengar would take 10 or something. I don't know, it's something like that. Let's try it itemless, see what happens. Let's just see what happens. 8 moves to do this. Alright. Ooh. That's actually a bit of an ugly disruption. Very disruptive. Very disruptive. Okay. I think we might get the Mega Evolution off relatively quickly. Alright, I'm gonna do... I'm gonna do this. There we go. There's the Mega Evolution. Alright, you're gonna go for your Disruption there. Adding some Tynamo. I'm gonna get rid of the Tynamo, I think. And get the Mega effect off. Alright. So I don't think we're getting the S rank this time, unfortunately. Kind of unfortunate, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, I need to break those barriers if I want the S rank, and too many barriers to break, isn't there? Alright. There technically aren't there, I guess. I don't know. Either way, a +5 move should easily do it here. Easily. Risk Taker's gonna do it for us. Alright. It's my Landorus T only has I think it's only a level 2 Risk Taker, so it can do a little more damage, but I wasn't going to be able to get it all the way up to level 5, unfortunately. That would take way too many attempts. So, you know, whatever. 23%. We have to actually catch this thing. And it's gonna break out! Okay. Okay. Whatever. Fly, you little Tynamo. Fly like the wind. Go. Scurry away. Next up. What? I think we just started time traveling. Well. Welcome back to the Squirtle stage. I'm assuming that this is going to include a bunch of, I'm assuming it's going to be a little more complicated than the original Squirtle stage, otherwise this would be the easiest S rank you could ever get. So I'm fairly confident this is going to be a little bit more challenging than the first Squirtle stage. So they started doing repeat stages? Why'd they start repeated stages? That's a little odd. Yeah, this is definitely different. Definitely different. Alright. Should have brought a, I should have brought a Barrier Basher. I'm a complete fool. Welp. I apologize. I do this stuff blind. I haven't done this before, so of course I'm not gonna know what's gonna happen. For that, I apologize. Of course, I don't know how I could do it otherwise, but whatever. That was a horrible move. I admit that. Alright, there's no way we're getting... We already missed out on the S rank this time. There's the Mega Evolution. Maybe Mega Diancie could work here. Because there's so many barriers that... There's so many barriers that although it wouldn't help out damage-wise, could at least get combo potential. I'm fairly confident we can at least win. But... is winning really enough? The good thing is we don't have to catch anything. So, yeah, we're gonna C-rank this thing. But considering we didn't bring a Barrier Basher, I'm not too disappointed. But, yeah. That's Squirtle. I don't know why they're doing repeated stages, to be honest. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Next up is Phanpy. Yeah, they're just redoing stages. You know what? I'm gonna try to actually catch something today. So, that's what this is about. And you know what? I'm gonna try out Rayquaza this time. I'm probably gonna regret it, but we'll see if this does any better than Mega Gyarados. I would use Garchomp, but even with what we have there. I'm gonna try the item list, see what happens. I would add +5, but I don't know. Alright, you're gonna add barriers. I understand that. The barriers are the issue. Alright, so we're gonna get the Mega Evolution, but it's not really, not really as fast as I wanted to. I really want to go for the Landorus here, but I need to get rid of... Alright, well... Let's do this. Too bad Rayquaza couldn't get rid of the Tynamo. Alright, but you know what? With that, we're gonna get the S rank, so definitely, Rayquaza worked out here quite a bit better than the, Gyarados, and I guess by extension Gengar did, or would. So, you know, you don't need a +5 here. I mean, the thing is, obviously this is assuming that the Rayquaza is candied. If it's not candied, it's never gonna Mega Evolve. It's that simple. Stay in the ball, please. You're gonna break out of the ball. Why am I not even surprised? Tynamo, you're making my life difficult. I'm not gonna throw a Great Ball at something that you can easily get for free itemless. So today, I guess we're not accomplishing too much now, are we? Because RNG is kind of the thing that's really makes you or breaks you in this game. That is probably the worst thing about the game. I mean, I'm not complaining about the game or anything, but the fact of the matter is, it's mostly RNG, which isn't necessarily a good thing. Alright, let's do this. We're only gonna get rid of the Tynamo, but yeah, that actually is a problem. Alright, let's do this. And now I'm pretty sure we pretty much have the game in the bag now. Yeah, the thing is, the fact that it all comes down to RNG, I think, is what really is... It brings it down to, you could have a 99% catchability and still fail to catch it. You could have a 98% catchability on it and it breaks out of the Great Ball and flees. That happens. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, look at the mechanic of the Safari Zone. One of the most hated mechanics in games. In fact, people disliked it so much that after Generation 4, they completely got rid of it. 41% really shouldn't... It really shouldn't break out at 41% twice. I mean, I guess it makes sense that, you know, 41% it is more likely to break out than it is to be caught. But I'm just saying that is why you have to keep going. You could always spend 2,500 coins, I guess, on a Great Ball, but why would you spend coins on a Great Ball when there's absolutely no reason to spend coins on that stage? That I think is the biggest issue with it. I don't think that Pokemon Shuffle is the only game that has issues like that. I'm just saying that Pokemon Shuffle is an offender of that. I'm not trying to hate on any games like this in any way. I'm just saying that there's a certain point where it gets too far in the whole RNG thing, where everything that happens relies on RNG. Like having missions on the mission cards asking for combos of 100 or more. there is no way an individual player could control having a combo that big, especially because most of that combo is going to be... Very little of the combo will start on the starting board, or it'll be on the field when the combo starts. So once the combo's running, once you get to at least a 5 or 6 combo, everything is dependent on what's in the Skyfall. In some stages, the Skyfall is set, but it's usually relatively randomized. In most cases, that you would get a large combo. In ones that you wouldn't get a large combo, it's usually not randomized to begin with. So, well, it usually is randomized. Sorry, it's usually not set if you would get a huge combo. Otherwise, everyone would get that huge combo. And if there was a stage where you could automatically get 100 combo, everyone would use that. No one had any need to do that mission. Oh, there we go. We're going to get the capture with the S rank, finally. It has an attack power of 40, the electric typing, and the ability stabilize. So with that, we S rank captured Tynamo. So, yeah, we have new stages and all this week, which, you know, that's... New main stages, there's 50 of them. I say new in air quotes because apparently there's a bunch of repeated stages, which, in all fairness, I honestly think it's easier for me, I guess, because this way I don't have to worry about catching everything. But at the same time, you know, it is what it is. You know what? Let's go after Phanpy. I have a bunch of residual hearts that I might as well start working on, you know, using. Let's try out this Phanpy stage. In fact, I have a bunch of street passes I've done since the last time I even collected any of these residual hearts. So I'm in decent shape with that. I'm not going to get the power of 4 plus right there, unfortunately. And that really is unfortunate, to be honest. Alright, let's do this. I wasn't gonna go for an L boost there, but... Oh! They drop stuff! Main stages drop stuff! Possibly skill boosters. But wait a minute, why do we want individual skill boosters for these Pokemon? I officially don't get it again. It doesn't make sense. But you know what, whatever. Alright, so with that, I think we missed the S rank by a move, which is unfortunate, but... +5? I don't like it when we miss it by 1 move. It makes it feel pathetic, but... Oh, no, wait, we got it. There we go, and... we got the skill booster for Phanpy, even though... I never use Phanpy. Ever. But you know what? That actually makes it make sense now, so... I guess maybe the, notice would, tell us, possibly. Main stage, Hoopa Unbound. New main stage has been added. We hope you enjoy. No, that doesn't tell us anything. Apparently Electrode is a new expert stage. Mega speed up even faster. The number of times you can use the enhancement Mega Speed Up, which is Quicken Mega Evolution, has been increased for Slowbro, Ampharos, Heracross, Sableye, Mawile, Altaria, Bannet, and Diancie. Quickly Mega Evolve. So you can actually give Ampharos more, which would, I guess, let it be a little more useful than Manectric. Only one small caveat to that, I guess, would be that it's a little bit less reliable than Manectric's. Advice about buying jewels. Players who purchase certain quantities of jewels in a given month receive jewel purchase bonus. I don't know, I don't really buy jewels, so... I guess read this stuff if you want information on that stuff. Yeah, I don't really see anything about... Apparently Mega Steelix is coming next week. Bring Entei. Alright, everyone train up your Enteis. It's on next week. Alright, next up, I guess, is Electric. Or, sorry, Electric, my bad. Alright. 20 moves. Alright. I'm gonna bring Camerupt instead of Groudon only because I can't paralyze anything that is electric. So Groudon really doesn't have a good ability, to be honest. It's a pretty bad skill considering Ground is most useful against electric types, and electric types really are pretty immune to it. Now let's try this. See what happens. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I could try this with Rickways, I guess, afterward. I don't see any non-support quite yet, but whatever. Alright. This is a little complicated because they're all similar colored, so, or at least both Landorus are. Which is a little annoying, but, you know, you gotta roll with the punches sometimes. Okay. Let's go for... I want to get the Mega Evolution, but... Let's do this. There we go. There's the Mega Evolution. But there we go, back to the whole thing with RNG. Yeah, there's the non-support. Can't say I didn't expect a non-support. I kind of saw that coming. Alright. But our entire combo was predicated on the existence of the Skyfall stuff, so... Do I go for the Risk Taker, or do I go for the Power of 4? I think I'm gonna go for the... Garchomp. That was clearly not the best move. And now we're getting into some rough territory. This is definitely getting a little rough. Okay. Is there anything ground type with Block Smash? That would be a little convenient at a time like now. Okay. Two moves at S rank. I think we can do this with a +5 though, if we can get some luck. Of course, luck is something I'm not allowed to have. It would be against the rules for me to have luck, or at least good luck. So, let's go for... No, we're not gonna get the Risk Taker. Risk Taker could actually work against you, but sometimes it'll work for you. Back to the whole RNG thing. See, it all comes down to RNG. In this game, everything is decided by RNG. Everything is. So... if luck doesn't seem to be on your side most of the time, then you can at least be secure in the knowledge that you're not alone. Alright, let's do this. And this might finish it. There we go. +5 moves would have just missed it. Disruption Delay probably would have won it. Well. Maybe we can still catch it? 30%. 30%. I don't hate those odds. I don't love those odds. It's gonna break out. Of course. I don't know why I'm so fundamentally against throwing Great Balls at things that I can get itemless. I don't know why, but, you know, whatever. Next up is Seel. Alright. I'm gonna try this again, but I'm gonna use a Disruption Delay. Just because. Alright, here we go. This way it's not gonna really disrupt us, and that might help us out with with taking this thing down. Alright. So now, as soon as we get more Garchomp on the field, we can get the Mega Evolution. Alright, well, there's the Mega Evolution. With the Risk Taker boost, which is kind of nice. Alright. I probably should have added +5 moves, to be honest. I'm starting to regret that. Not doing that, should I say. Definitely starting to regret that, but you know, sometimes you gotta live with the choices you make in life. You gotta be kidding me. Yep, that disruption delay was definitely not enough. I should have gone Rayquaza on this thing. I don't know why I didn't bring Mega Rayquaza. Probably because I'm an idiot. I'm definitely an idiot. It's just a matter of how much of an idiot am I guess. I don't know. Alright, no more disruption delay. +5 probably would have done it for us. Had I had a brain. But at least we'll get a better catchability this time, if nothing else. So there we go. 6 moves remaining. That +5. +5 would have done it. +5 definitely would have done it. Well, maybe we can still catch it. +5 wouldn't help the catchability anyway, so 40%. Once again, 41 broke out. There's no way we catch it at 40. 41 broke out in the... Yep, like I said, 41 broke out in the Tynamo. That was a wasted attempt. Completely wasted attempt. Nothing gained! Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome when, you know, you go for something and you end up gaining nothing from it in the end? Don't you just love when that happens? Alright, I'm bringing Rayquaza this time because I've had about enough of Garchomp. Garchomp, you're fired. Disruption delay and moves +5. Yep, I'm using items because I'm S-ranking this thing. And I'm catching it. Don't know exactly which order it's gonna happen in, but it's definitely happening. Alright. We need to get a Mega Evolution off as soon as we can. Well... Alright, there's the Mega Evolution. Now we are in better shape. But we're still not where we need to be. Not quite yet. You gotta be kidding me. Well. Alright. Are you kidding me? we seriously are that bad. Well, even Rayquaza is not doing it. At this point, this is 100% RNG. Well, at least that move was. In fact, whenever you go for like a Rayquaza, it is RNG based completely, because you never know which Pokemon it's going to take out. Well. You know what the sad thing is? If I would have brought Mega Garchomp this time, I might have actually been able to S-rank it. Not giving up yet, but things are not looking very promising right this second. Okay. Well. Let's do this, and this will finish it. There we go. There we go! That's gonna finish it up. Now let's catch this thing, finally. Now that we S-ranked it. 40% again. Same deal as last time, so Rayquaza just as well as Garchomp. Stay in the ball this time. Come on. Are you kidding me? You gotta be. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. If it breaks out of this ball, I quit Shuffle. This is the series finale if it breaks out. There we go. His attack power is 60, the ability Paralysis Combo, which boosts damage done by combos if the foe is paralyzed, and the electric typing. So, it's pretty much not the best skill in the world. Well, you know what, let's go check in. We ranked number 1,436 overall. We got a level up, mega speed up, and a raise max level. And 500 coins. Okay. Alright. Next up we have Seel. Where is that Rayquaza? I probably could try Sceptile here, actually. Unless it has non-support. If it has non-support, then Sceptile is probably not the best option. Let's try this. I'm just using these residual hearts because, you know. Yep, they're definitely non-support here. What is Seal's ability? Freeze. What does that even do? Is it like chill? And we definitely need Barrier Bash if we want to beat this thing, don't we? And now, that's that. Is it even possible to beat this thing without Barrier Bash, then? Alright, does it, like, have a disruption of some sort? I think you need Barrier Bash to beat this thing. Well, that's pretty much that. You know what? I think I am just gonna go with the, I'm gonna go with the Euthanasia option here. Straight up Mercy. Okay. This is clearly impossible without bringing a, Barrier Basher. Unless there's some trick to it that one of you can maybe explain to me. I don't know. Either way, I guess Zygarde would be an option. I want to say Mega Diancie, but at the same time... Mega Diancie would take too long to Mega Evolve. And I wouldn't be able to get enough off. And I might as well just Barrier Bash at that rate. So let's try this with Zygarde this time. See if this makes a difference. Somehow I don't think it will. You gotta be kidding me. This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. This has got to be a joke. There's not even a Zygarde on the field. How is this even possible? Okay, you know what? This thing is officially trolling me. Okay. If there's a trick to this, please explain. I officially don't get it. And that's game. Alright. Well. I don't understand. Unless I, like, Mega started Diancie or something, I don't know how this is even possible. I don't get it. At all. Okay. I'm gonna trash Diancie this time. Last attempt. And then I give up on Seel. But seriously, I don't understand. And I can't even get the barrier bash off. Well, now it's frozen. Alright, well. Alright, well we have that. Okay, at least the ice is gone now. So yes, you need a barrier basher. You definitely need a barrier basher if you want to win this thing. Alright. We're not going to get the S rank this time, but... we might actually win. Plus 5 moves is probably still not enough because I'm not bringing anything super effective. Well, I think we have this thing won, it's just... that is one of the most overcomplicated starting boards I've ever seen. So it looks like in this game, Seel is a complete troll. Complete troll. Oh my goodness. Alright, can you at least stay in the ball, Seel? Doesn't seem to do any disruption, so a disruption delay wouldn't really affect anything. And you're gonna break out of the ball because you're a troll. And being a troll, you're just gonna do that. Well, that's a thing. I still think that perhaps... let's see, next up is Charmander. I'm gonna try the Seel thing again. But I'm gonna have plus 5. Let's go. And there's no Zygarde to go for this time. This game is... this game is completely fixed. They made it impossible. This is legitimately impossible! I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. They made an impossible stage. Bringing Rayquaza is what is our ultimate doom. I mean, if there was a Zygarde I could go for, it would work, but... We have the Mega Evolution this time, at least. But we already missed out the... Not even worth going now because of the, Wow. I guess if you Mega started, you'd probably be able to do this. This is pure RNG. RNG at its worst. Are we gonna get a combo over 100 this time? Just because the game thinks it's funny? 91. Still. This is that kind of stage where you get completely trolled and then a huge combo at the end. Of course, that combo will only happen if you manage to make it to the end. So, we're gonna get a horrible catchability, 14%, because we had a +5 moves, which is minimal catchability. And it's gonna break out because, you know, it's kind of... I couldn't expect it to stay in the ball that time. Really couldn't have minimal catchability. Especially because it broke out last time, and... I can't believe this thing. Alright, this is the last attempt, and this time I mean it. And I bet you we're not going to go for a barrier bash. We're not going to have a barrier bash to go for. No, we actually do. But... You gotta be kidding me. Diancie, you are completely useless! Diancie, stop being useless. Alright, well... There's that. Oh boy. Alright, well at least we have that done now. So there's the Mega Evolution, and now we might be able to actually win. Because now that we have the Mega Evolution off, we should be able to get a huge combo. That's hopefully big enough to actually win. Not quite, but definitely a work in progress, but you know. This should be enough anyway. Are you kidding me? Whatever, this still counts as the S. Are you kidding me?! Alright, we still got the S rank this time, but I bet you anything we're not gonna catch it. I'll bet you anything this is not gonna work, because Seel is being a troll here, and GS is just... I think we've gotten to a point where GS is just screwing with us. Seriously. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. 23% catchability. After all that, it's gonna break out. I can pretty much tell you that. Like I said, 46%, no super catch power. I'm going for it because I am not doing this stage again. I bet you it breaks out too. I'll bet you it breaks out. There's no way. See? See, Seel is trolling me. Seel is trolling me. It's gonna break out again too. It's gonna break out. I can tell you right now. It's not. But I spent 5,000 coins, plus the 800 and 800, so that's 16... That's 6,600 coins, just on Seel. Has the ability Freeze, as we saw. Attack power 50 in the water typing. With that, we S-rank captured Seel. This thing's a troll. Complete and total troll. GS, I hope you're happy. I really hope you're happy. This is this area so far is insane. It's a bunch of repeated Pokemon stages, which I guess is so you can get those skill boosters, which is kind of interesting to add main stages for personal skill boosters, but still. Squirtle stage should be possible. At some point I might go back to do better than C there, but At least we're making some progress here. I already am digging into my residual hearts, and this is gonna be... This area, I can already tell this area is going to be fun. So, thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time, assuming I don't go through with a euthanasia program. For myself, of course. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.